Morning, everybody. Afternoon, wherever you are. Today, we're talking about why do narcissistic mothers hate their daughters. I got this topic sent to me in my group, in one of my groups, and somebody's like, Lee, will you please just cover this topic? And I was just like, it's such a specific topic that's good for the mornings. That's good to wake up to, because a lot of people struggle with narcissistic mothers. And there's also a lot of people out there who think that narcissists are primarily just going to be men, which can be true for a lot of circumstances. But narcissistic mothers, woo, they exist, boy. Yes, yes, yes. They absolutely exist. And this is what a lot of people are dealing with. Narcissistic, toxic mothers that are super, extremely covert, that really absolutely, a lot of times, value their sons more than they value their daughters, And one of the main reasons that they hate their daughters, or that they're jealous of their daughters, because some of them don't hate them, right? It looks like hate, but it's like hate adjacent. But sometimes they really do hate them. I'm not trying to dismiss anybody that has experienced some hate from a narcissistic mother, right? But sometimes they do absolutely do hate their daughters. They hate them. Like they loathe you. You are the bane of their existence, and they will continuously tell you that, or show you that in some way, shape, or form, that they do not have a care in the world for you. But one of the main primary reasons that if they do hate their daughters, right, or is hate adjacent, is that they see their daughters as direct competition, or they're jealous of them. It can boil down to as simple as something like that. They see their daughters as a direct competition, or that they are extremely jealous of them. And that happens a lot of times, y'all. I'm just going to keep it hot. I'm going to keep it ready like a Little Caesar's pizza. They are jealous of you. So if you have a narcissistic mother, you probably have experienced this jealousy or this envy right here, or this competitive nature where they feel like they are trying to hold you back from achieving what they achieved in life. They're trying to hold you back from getting to the same level where they are, or they're just jealous because your life looks different. Like, it could be something, and this is not simple, right? But it seems super simplistic. It could be something as simple as you've been born now, like you've been born in the 2000s and they were born in the 80s or the 60s or something like that, when times were different and they might not have had as many opportunities as you, right? Or they were born in the 40s or 50s or 30s, right? I gotta say the 30s. I gotta say the 1930s, because we creeping up on 2030. The 1930s or the 1940s or the 1950s, right? They were born in that time period where they couldn't get jobs, they couldn't work, they couldn't have their own bank account or something along those lines. Now you have the ability to do all of that. So they look at you like they're jealous of you. Like, I wish I had your life, you can kind of understand that, right? You can kind of understand that they wish they were born in a different time period so that they could have different opportunities, right? I can understand that, but that doesn't give them an excuse to treat you horribly because they decided to have you, right? It doesn't give them an excuse to do that. So sometimes narcissistic mothers absolutely hate their daughters because they're absolutely 100% positively rootin' tootin'ly, how's that rootin' tootin'ly? Jealous of them. I ain't till I had that on my lips. Y'all annoy me sometimes. No, I'm joking. But they are jealous of them. It's a competition. It's envy. They see you as a direct competition. They look at you as direct competition. Now, another reason why they look at you, why they hate their daughters, or they project why they hate their daughters, or it feels like they hate you, is because you don't mirror them directly. You see what I'm saying? You don't give them the direct mirror that they're seeking. A lot of times, narcissistic mothers need their daughters. They try to live vicariously through their daughters, and they want their daughters to be a direct reflection of what they want to be doing. Like, you get this in, like, this is going to seem super simplistic, y'all, and I'm not trying to seem sexist, right? But sometimes, let's just give this example. I actually saw this on Ray William Johnson's channel. A narcissistic mother couldn't make the cheerleading team when she was younger, so she tried to force her daughter into cheerleading, even though she didn't like it. And when her daughter didn't do cheerleading, she tortured her. Like, emotionally tortured her. She didn't physically beat her. She emotionally started to torture her. She started to hate her. She started to resent her because she didn't give her the direct mirror that she was seeking. She did not mirror her directly. She did not give her the exact like look. She didn't give her, she wasn't the person that she thought she was going to be, right? That she wanted her to be. So she absolutely started to resent and hate her own daughter because of it. And that sucked so badly for her. And there was a Ray William Johnson video. I saw a couple of them like that. Like 2 of his episodes had the same topic. Well, the mom wanted to be a cheerleader when she was younger, couldn't make it or wasn't allowed to. So she tried to force her daughter into it, and both of them had different results. It was kind of crazy. I was like, "That's the same story." No, 2 different stories. But it happens. You fail to mirror them correctly. They want you to be good in math or to be a doctor or something like that, and you don't want to do that. You want to do something else, and so you fail to mirror them. They want you to go into a certain type of religion and behave a certain type of way, but you don't want to do that. So again, you fail to mirror them. You see how that works right there? It's a failure to mirror. And they cannot stand that, boy. I'm just telling you. I really did. You don't mirror them directly. They really cannot stand that. But another reason, y'all, they could hate you or seem like they hate you is because of projection. They're projecting their own insecurities, and projection, y'all, is kind of the opposite of mirroring in this situation. Because when they want you to mirror them, they want you to be exactly like them. But when they're projected upon you, they hate the fact that you might be like them. Right. They hate the fact that you remind them of their own insecurities and their own shortcomings or whatever in life. They hate the fact, you see what I'm saying? That same thing about being born in a different time period can make them hate you because they're projecting their own insecurities and they feel like lack of opportunity that they had. So they can hate you for that too. Right. That tends to happen so much, y'all. And another reason, y'all, let's go into it. It's like, what's this, number 4? I might do a list. I might just say, the title might say number of reasons why narcissistic mothers hate their daughters. But the next one, y'all, it really is power and control. Like, they just always want to have some type of control over you. And they don't know how to exhibit it in a loving way. So it comes out in a hateful way, right? They like power and control. I don't know how I could come out in a loving way. I really don't know how I could come out in a loving way now that I said that. But power and control is a huge thing for narcissistic mothers, right? They want to be able to have some type of power and control over the people in their lives, especially their own daughters. You see what I'm saying? So that tends to happen to a lot of people that run into this. They run into narcissistic parents and whatnot. This really is one of the things. They want you to be under their thumb their entire life. Like you damn near have no life autonomy. You don't even get to live the life that you want to live because your narcissistic parent doesn't approve of it, because they want you to live life a specific type of way, which is then becomes only beneficial to them. I think a lot of people can attest to that right there, y'all. And this is what happens right here, y'all. And the last thing that I'll cover about why narcissistic mothers hate their daughters is because they resent you. They resent you. They resent having you. They resent having daughters in general. They can resent having their sons. I can do another video about narcissistic mothers or narcissistic fathers and their sons. But they absolutely resent having you. They look at you like having you made their life harder, right? Having you made them change up their lives completely. Having you reminds them that they might be getting older. You become like a clock for them, like a living little clock. Right. The older you get, the older they get. The prettier you are, the uglier they feel. You see, they look at you as competition. They resent you for coming into their lives and making them open their own eyes to who they actually are as opposed to who they think they are. This does happen to a lot of people who have narcissistic parents right here. Like, they just resent having you because having you actually changed their lives up in some way, shape, or form. It really does. So this is what a lot of people wake up to in these situations when you have a narcissistic parent, that they literally resent having you. A narcissistic mother literally resents having a daughter, and they torture you. They neglect you on purpose. Nothing you ever do will be good enough for them. They look at you like nothing you ever do will be enough for them. So they treat you like crap, y'all. Let's really keep it high. You know, they treat you like crap. Like, and let's be real. They don't, like, some of them are just horrible ass people. They themselves have their own mental health issues that they have not addressed, and they take it out on you. They might have borderline. They might have narcissistic personality disorder. They might have histrionic personality disorder, or they might be a psychopath. You can have these psychopathic women, right? You can have that. Some of them are just bad people, right? They don't have a good moral compass. Their moral compass is pointed due south. It might be very hot where they're going. If you believe in an afterworld, it might be very hot where they're going. Right? It might be, look, they might be, they don't, look, they won't need a jacket where they're going. I'll say it like that. They will not need a jacket. It's going to be very warm where they're going. They pack light, right? Because of how evil that they've been throughout their lives. So a lot of narcissistic mothers are just bad people. They have just been bad since they were in the beginning. And some of them are not just, like, I'm going to just say this in conclusion, y'all. Some of them are not just bad people because they chose the bad parent life, right? The abusive parent life. Some of them are also victims of abuse. It's been passed down from their own mothers or their own grandmothers, right? It's been passed. It's a generational thing. It's become a generational thing where they become generationally abusive to the people that they birth, their own namesake. They treat the people that they birth and raise the worst, right? And it's a generational curse because their mothers were abusive, and their mothers' mothers were abusive, and their mothers' mothers were abusive. So it's like literally the family crest, the family shield has an abuse sign on it. It has like the domestic violence symbol on it because it's been like the parental violence symbol on it because it's been passed down from generation to generation. But you have woken up to it. You have the ability to wake up to it. You saw this video. You saw other videos from other creators and whatnot, and it helped you wake up to it. You know. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of y'all. My coaching, my courses, every single thing about me, everything you can find about me is at mentalhealness.net. But also, y'all, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We are inking closer to that 500K. And like when we hit it, y'all, we gonna dance. We gonna dance. I'm gonna get up and do a little dance on here, a little jig, what they call it back in the day. Do a little jig. Anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I'm thankful for you. I'm grateful for you. And as always, y'all, mental healness is out.